Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm here to explain about my experience with the housing market. I'm a single parent of 2 children who I've got on foster care. We moved to Newport 4 years ago. Then in September 2022, we were served an eviction notice from our ex-landlord, where we'd been in the property for just short of 3 years. The house we had was a lovely property. It was private landlord. We looked after it. We paid the rent every month without fail. Then September 2022, we were served an eviction notice due to the landlord needing to sell the property. We were given 4 months to move out, and that's when our problems started, and stress, worry, grief, mental health all kicked in. During this time, I approached every letting agent I could find on the internet, applied for some of the housing that was on there. Quite a few of the agents refused to take me due to a CCJ from a parking ticket. We were then struck off 4 or 5 of the letting agents. The ones that did take us on said it would be up to the landlord, but they will inform him that there is a CCJ there. During this time, my credit history was perfect. I've never missed a single bill in over 6 years. Everything was on. I could get credit cards, I could rent a car, buy a car, everything. But it was hard to rent a property, even though I'd been paying £800 a month rent, and a lot of these properties were £600 to £800 at the time.
We didn't know what was happening, but my dad was proper stressed. He didn't know what to do or anything. It felt kind of sad because I've never seen him this stressed before. It was mixed emotions for him and me.
Also during this time, I used to be a migraine sufferer with medication from doctors. We more or less cured it, but then the stress of finding another property, started bringing the migraines back. On top of all of this, the kids were also feeling the pressures and saying, what's the point of going to school, because we might not be in this house tomorrow, we might be on the streets.
I could not even go to school. I refused to go. Even if I did go to school, I had all this stuff in my mind and all.
Whilst looking for these properties, I'd exhausted just about every avenue available, and then thought, right, I need to go to the council to ask for help, and was then told I had to wait until the notice came into force, which was 4 months, before they would do anything to help and put me on their list to apply for housing. Once this time arrived and I was put on the list, I was put into the same banding, as somebody who was already in social housing waiting for a bigger house. I was also told that I had to apply for at least 4 properties a week from private letting agents. I was knocked back because I thought the council was there to help more than what they did.
It kind of felt unfair because at the time being, when we first moved down here, it was good, but then when I turned 11 and Jake turned 13, I think it was, it all went downhill. Because I couldn't go to school, but then when my dad told both of us that we might be homeless, it just all went downhill. Everyone was just stressed and all.
When the notice came into full force at the end of January, the landlord was, have you got anywhere? I'm going to have to go to court. You're going to have to pay all the court costs and all of that. He also informed me the rent would be going up by £300 a month. They passed all this information on to the council, had a homeless officer who said, we'll just check your universal credits to make sure you're getting the right money, and let the council know this didn't change my point standing or improve anything. However, when social housing came up, it was a hybrid form of social housing, which I had to go through a letting agent, pass all their checks for it, which I didn't, but the Newport City Homes did accept it, given the history of not missing payments. And then the council was just amazing. They pulled everything they needed together to help me get this property. It was just amazing to see how the council pulled the socks up, worked with letting agents, with my ex-landlord, in order to get me this property, and such a weight was lifted from it. It was just brilliant to see how they all pulled together.